Y'all, let's talk about the Seattle real estate market. It is Friday, June 6th, and this is your weekly market watch for the Seattle real estate market. Let's jump right into the numbers on what's going on with the mortgage rates. As you know, lots of volatility. Yesterday, the rates were at about 6.89. Today, they're up to 6.97%. That's for a 30-year fixed rate. That was up 0.08%. For the 15-year fixed, we're at 6.22. 30-year FHA and VA are at 6.47 and 6.5 respectively. So as you can see, lots of volatility in the market. It continues to go up and down. Just on Monday, it was at 6.93. The week before that, May 26th, it was at 6.97. The week before that, it was over 7%. So we are seeing it soften a little bit. It's coming down a bit. That said, it's not great right now. You know, buyers are definitely hesitant. There's a lot of stuff going on with the economy, a lot of stuff obviously happening with our current administration. So that makes it really hard to be certain and sure about a purchase when you're in that type of volatility. So I don't blame buyers right now. They're able to be picky, and there's more and more on the market right now. We're at basically a 15-year high in terms of the number of new listings coming on the market in the Seattle area. And so that's something to be aware of, is that a lot of listings on the market, a lot of options for buyers to choose from. And so the ability to be picky right now for a buyer is really great. It's really great because buyers haven't been able to do that until now. Buyers haven't really been able to say, hey, I want to be able to see a lot of houses and not have to jump at the first one I see and try to go $200,000 over, especially for the single family home market. That's really great for buyers. Also in the condo market and in the townhome market, there's a lot of flexibility right now. There has been most of this year, but even more so now because there's the most number of listings we've seen for a very long time. And so buyers, if you're thinking about getting out and looking for a home, it's really important that you understand that you have options right now and you have the ability to negotiate, which can be really amazing because that hasn't been the case for such a long time. So if you are a buyer in this market, know that. And if you're a seller, understand if you have a single family home, you're probably going to be able to put yourself in a position where you might get multiple offers or maybe just one or two really strong offers on your review date if you price well and you present well. But if you're listing a townhome or a condo, just know that it's going to take a while to sell that. It's going to take 30, 60, maybe even 90 days to sell that, and you're going to have to be at a compelling price. That said, a lot of people who bought during the pandemic are reselling for the same exact price or sometimes even lower than they were before. So you have to be aware of that. We have one condo on the market that just went pending inspection this week. I am feeling like more buyers are out and a little bit more ready to move forward after some of the volatility. But this condo was on the market in 2024 for a good at least 6 months. We brought it back on. It's been on the market for over 3 or 4 months now, and we just got an offer, the very first one. So we did a big price cut between the two listings, between listing it last year and this year, and there have been a few sales in the building. So now it is under contract, but it took a long time to get that under contract, and it's not a big jump in appreciation for the owner who bought it. And so that is something to be aware of if you are a condo owner or a townhome owner. Okay, let's jump right into what's going on in the Seattle market. So for the condo market, we're up 49 new listings at 214 this week, up 39 pending listings at 227, and up 40 sold listings at 135 sold. All three numbers up this week. So we are seeing some movement in the market. We're seeing condos come on the market as well as condos go under contract, which is a good thing to see in this market. Like I said, that's not moving necessarily super quickly. Okay, and let's talk about the residential market for single family homes and townhomes. Number of new listings jumped by 254 this week. That's a huge jump. So this week there were 700 new listings hitting the market. That is more, I think, than we've ever seen in a 7-day period. So we are up quite a bit. I know 2 weeks ago we had around this number. I think it was in the 600s, and then it went down by a bunch, and now it's back up. First week of June, a lot of people ready to get their home on the market before we see a slowdown in July. So this could be why we're seeing so many new listings. Number of pending listings up 108 at 612. So 612 pending or under contract versus 700 new. That's pretty good. It means that the pendings are keeping pace with the number of new, but there are some that are going to be sitting. And number of sold up 91 at 476. So all three of these numbers also up. So the market is turning slightly into a buyer's market, which means buyers have more power to negotiate in this market. So keep that in mind if you are thinking about buying in this market. And if you're about to sell your home, one thing you want to think about is making sure that you're aware of all the competition. If you have questions about how to strategize for your sale or your purchase, we'd love to be a resource for you. You can reach out over text or email to schedule a free consultation, and we'd love to chat with you about how we can be most helpful. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next week for the Seattle Market Watch.